As global leaders prepare to converge at the United Nations General Assembly in New York this September, ethical regulation of artificial intelligence is expected to shape conversations. While CNBC Africa spoke to Osaretin Agbonavbare on key issues for Africa, with AI expected to increase global GDP by nearly $20 trillion.
It's so exciting, especially when we had a resolution by the UN in March of this year on AI. So that was the first resolution. Before now, there've been a lot of memos, communication about AI. They've not been a specific resolution. So the United Nations was able to come together to make a resolution in March. And part of that resolution was making sure that the ethical part of AI is not thrown on the carpet, because those are some of the worries of most people around the world, how ethical this can be, especially in the advanced world, looking at privacy and all of that. And one of the resolution that was also made is the fact that the digital divide, especially in the developing countries like Africa, need to be carried along. They need to be more resolution, like in terms of further resolution across regions and across countries on the use of AI. So the United Nations General Assembly have taken the bold step by making that resolution, which is a welcome development. And we are looking forward to more resolution on AI. But I think so far we're on the right track, and come this month at the New York, I think more emphasis will be made, because this year's theme is the Summit of the Future, and it's only AI. AI is one of the pioneers of the future. And being as an expert, I'm so glad about the opportunity to talk about this, and also trying to share this information with Africa, because Africa has a huge role to play in this resolution in terms of the expansion of AI around the world.
What will be shaping the agenda for African countries ahead of the United Nations General Assembly in New York?
I think the most important thing that needs to be done in Africa is in terms of this policy we're talking about. So the resolution has already been made. The bold step will be taken by the United Nations to give this resolution, a paper which is already in the public domain. So it's not left for countries in Africa to take this report and try to expand on it. And one way they could expand on it, based on the experience, based on what I've seen in the continent that is holding back AI development, is the policies. Some of the policies that is currently in place are quite obsolete. So those need to be changed. Even experts like us need to be brought into board, not just relying on some technocrats, civil servants who are some of in this ministry where these policies have been made, because every nation, lawmakers, most of them don't have a vast experience in this new technology, and the same thing with the technocrats in some of these ministries where these laws, where these bills are being put together. So, but bringing in experts like us, bringing in people who have a lot of experience in this area, we actually shape the continent in a brighter note, because a nation cannot give what they don't have. So the best they could do is to make sure that there's a lot of conversation, a lot of collaboration. Because I think that is one of the of the United General Assembly, to do more of collaboration with the international organization, international nations. Like, you don't need to just rely on Africa alone. We need to look beyond, like, see how we can collaborate with the United States, with China, with some of the world power, Germany and France, especially in Europe, where this technology would be shared, and that can also help in changing the landscape of AI in Africa.
The potential of artificial intelligence is immense, but African countries are yet to fully set up structures and regulatory frameworks in place. What needs to be the priorities now going forward?
All right, it has been estimated that AI is going to go increase the world GDP by the 40%. So whatever GDP we are seeing around the world, AI is going to increase it like more than so, and that will also impact Africa. So what Africa could do is to tap into the teeming population, like the working class. At least the statistics shows that 70% of the population of Africa, of the continent, are under 30. And if you look at these people who are under 30, it means that there's so much they could do in ensuring that AI is being developed. This can be a huge progress for the continent.
Artificial intelligence is projected to see global GDP rise by about 16 trillion US dollars, and this positions many countries at a very strategic point. But when you look at the key issues right now shaping African economies, we are still seeing not as fast enough adoption of ICT as required. Perhaps what are some of the issues that will be on the cards?
The UN General Assembly, which is in this month, in a few weeks from now, I think as related to Africa, emphasis should be made on the digital divide. If you want to compare the level of digital technology, which AI is domiciled in, the comparison to the advanced countries is huge. So they have to be a way of closing the gap by way of creating more development, making sure that the continent emphasize on programs, awareness, incubation, training, development, something that's going to spur people to be more interested in this form of technology. And another thing again that is holding back the continent and which need to be emphasized during the UN General Assembly is the need for collaboration, because it is very, very essential for the continent to collaborate with the advanced country like the United States, China, France, Germany, the UK, Canada, some of these countries where AI has been a forerunner. There need to be more collaboration. And in terms of the policy, like I said earlier on, the UN General Assembly resolution on AI that was being confirmed in March, I think the continent can actually take a look at that document and see where they can actually make their own input in making sure that the continent become a viable place for AI to strive.
Well, Osaretin, you have been a vocal voice in the AI spaces, and I'm just keen to know what will be your forward outlook for the industry, and what are you doing differently to be able to see African countries can also be part of this conversation?
All right, thank you very much, Abi, for that question. We actually have a program coming up at the same time with the UN General Assembly meeting happening in New York, which is the African Coalition for Development, where we'll be talking about how we could make the continent, Africa, for emphasis, to become better in terms of management, in terms of growth, business development, in terms of even the area we're talking about, in terms of even policy, in terms of political landscape of the continent, how we can become better. Because what I would like to note, policy is very, very, very essential in whatever thing you're doing. So if the policy is not right, we will have a way of meeting up with the world. So at the African Coalition of Development, we'll be talking more about this on the 28th of September. which is in this coming month, So I'm looking forward to people that are coming in to join us at the New York. If you want to get more information, you can always reach out to me. And another thing again is I have a book that's already been published. You can get it in Amazon, which talk about leveraging AI PC for small and medium enterprises. So, and like the continent, they love small and medium scale enterprises, and AI PC is what will be coming by 2035. So it is very, very essential that the continent try to embrace this form of technology. And so this is just some of the things that I'm working on, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at the summit, and looking forward for you to getting the book on leveraging the AI PC for small and medium scale enterprises.